Yeah, wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, welcome back again on this platform. I just want to do this one very quickly and bring it to you. More response, reactions to the illegitimate government occupying the presidency of Nigeria is getting more knocks from around Africa. This one is coming from Ghana. You need to listen to him. He made the most valid points you need to hear.
They go and make Tinubu, they are not even patient enough to wait for the outcome of the petition before the court. They will make him their chairman. And then they turn around and tell us that, oh, as for them, they love democracy. What kind of democracy do they love? In any case, who is going to benefit from military intervention in Niger? It's the West. If you take France, 1 out of every 3 light bulbs is powered by uranium from Niger. 1 out of every 3 light bulbs is powered by uranium from Niger. And yet, Niger is one of the poorest countries in the world. And our leaders are not thinking about this paradox. You understand? What they care about is going to install one of their colleagues who messed up so much. You understand? That's what they care about. If you take all of the French-speaking African states, all of them keep their foreign reserves in the Central Bank of France. The consequence is that these African countries borrow their own money and pay interest on their own money that they have borrowed. And West African leaders are not sensible enough to realize that the way out of this is to have a common currency for West Africa, which enables these French-speaking countries to break away from French neocolonialism. They're not even sensible to realize that that is the key to solving many of the economic problems which confront us in the sub-region. They can't see that. We've been talking about a West African currency for how long? What have they done in order to promote that? And then they go and sit somewhere in Abuja and they decide that they are going to send soldiers. Whose soldiers will go and die? To install a useless president. Whose children should go and die? You think that the soldiers, they are just there to die for any useless cause? They are not. They should try it. They should try it and send soldiers there. When the soldiers get killed, they will see the repercussions in their own countries. It has happened many times, the ripple effect. Why? All of these West African leaders who are meeting to make these declarations and so on, how many of them enjoy the popularity that these coup leaders enjoy? This young guy who recently returned from the Russia-Africa summit, you saw how the whole country mobilized to go and meet him at the airport. Let any of these West African leaders, Tinubu, Alassane Ouattara and so on, try to mobilize people to show support and see how many people will turn up. When ECOWAS sent a delegation to Mali to go and persuade the Malians to hand over, did they see the hundreds of thousands of people who poured out into the street in support of their regimes? Did they see it? How many of these West African leaders enjoy 10% of the popularity that these coup leaders enjoy? That must teach them a lesson. In any case, what is this democracy we are supposed to be protecting? What is this democracy we are supposed to be protecting? Who doesn't know that in West Africa, elections do not reflect the will of the people? Elections have become a joke. Vote buying is rampant. The use of violence in order to win elections is overwhelming. The things we do in West Africa, are these the democratic elections? They should stop wasting our time. What we do in West Africa is that the last election, how many people died? Nobody has even bothered to investigate how those people died. And they call this democracy. Ayawasu West Rogon. I met the victims of the Ayawasu West Rogon fatality. Some have lost their legs. Some have lost their eyes. Some have been disabled for life. Not one person has been punished for what happened in the Ayawasu West Rogon. And then you turn around and say we are running a democracy. What democracy? My brother, democracy, whatever it means, must deliver what the people want. If it doesn't deliver what the people want, forget it. It is not democracy. Democracy, if you practice it, must lead to improving the people's access to social services, education, health, housing, employment, and so on. Which West African country is doing that? Democracy is about doing the will of the people. Which West African country is doing the will of the people? And then the joke of it all is the statement which has been issued by government that as for Ghanaian soldiers, they don't like coups because they are professionals. As is that? Ghanaian soldiers took an oath to protect the constitution. What we are doing here and there, what is constitutional about it? In any case, only recently, there is this tape recording which has been released, which nobody denies its authenticity, in which senior security personnel were discussing how to facilitate the rigging of the next elections. What is a coup d'etat? A coup d'etat is when you conspire.
That is it. It was very clear. Everyone saw it. The world was watching while a democratic coup was carried out in Nigeria. And today the man, the benefactor of this coup, is plotting to invade another country who has more popularity than himself. Tinubu is not popular in Nigeria. Go out there in Niger and see the people on the street supporting the coup plotters. Because they were fighting for the people. They were more popular than this illegitimate government. So between the coup plotters in Niger and this illegitimate government in Nigeria, now which one was passed? Which one is truly democracy? Democracy is it not the government of the people, by the people, and for the people? Now maybe we have a different definition of democracy. But what we have in Nigeria is democracy. Government of corrupt politicians for themselves and their political allies. That is the definition of democracy we have in Nigeria today. So the world knew. Everyone knows. So it's not a new thing. We're only looking up to Nigerian people, very wonderful people, very tolerant people, very religious people at that, are looking up to the judiciary to do the needful. But the next video will always portray it very well. The position of the tribunal, their hands are tied, they can't do nothing. And the APC, they are already preparing for the next election. Even INEC are preparing for the next election. But you're going to have a clearer view on this when I drop the next video. Just keep watching, keep subscribing, keep liking. Don't forget to share this video to everyone. Bye-bye for now and stay connected. Bye-bye.